sweet, huh?
I gotta call my insurance guy and be sure I'm covered.
Buck Belcher Field used to be right there. Used to be out in that parking lot, screwing around behind the, during the winter, doing donuts in the snow in that parking lot.
I remember walking around that corner there by the baseball field, and Noonan, I think it was Noonan and Perella came by, and it'd been dumping rain. There was a big old puddle there, and they just doused me with water coming through it, just head to toe, man. They're hanging out the window. We'll see, we got you. Oh.
Remember going to the Cook Pavilion like 2 days after the Orange Bowl lost to Florida State?
We go in there and go, it's time, let's start training.
I think it was, yeah, no, we rested for like 2 days and we're back at it. Dude, so what's going on up there?
Tell you what, man, the smoke here has been insane. Like, you can't even go outside. We've been locked in.
Are you serious?
We got evacuated from my house for a couple of days just because it got so close, but the smoke has just been crazy.
How does that affect you guys now? Obviously, you're with the fire department. You're no longer fighting fires. You're doing inspections, right?
Yeah, I work at the fire marshal's office. Yeah, I deal with sprinklers and alarm systems. But yeah, we've had a bunch of guys deployed over there. Feds and a private company are taking over. So, oh, is that Rob?
Where
ROB, where you at, man?
How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Rob,
my left tackle.
Where's your video? Let's see you in your scrubs.
Dude, I'm outside now. I got out of the building.
That's okay.
turn your camera on.
Get your video on. Let's see your ugly boy.
Oh, you.
Yeah, look at that. Practicing safe social distancing.
Dude, I'm trying to follow the rules here. How are you guys doing?
Doing good,
man.
I mean, you got Joel up there seriously fighting fire. That's nuts.
I just remember some of the catchy tunes we came up with, like R-O-B-Z-A-T-E-C-H-K-A, Zadishka, Zadishka, forever will his GPA be high, high, high.
We were flying on the plane to Oklahoma City one time, and Rob, I was sitting across the aisle from him, and I had my organic chemistry book. And Rob goes, "What you reading? What you reading, AG?" I was like, little organic chemistry. And I remember testing him, like, I want to see how smart this dude really is. So I was asking him questions in the summary questions, and then would flip to the back of the book and it like, what is CH2 methylhexane, blah 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 blah, and Rob would be like, H ion Z squared, blah 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 blah. I'm like going, how did you know that, dude?
I gotta go look up and see if methylhexane is actually a thing.
That's gonna bug you all morning now.
Well, hey, gentlemen, I gotta head back inside here, so I gotta sign off with you.
Rob, good seeing you, buddy. Thanks for taking the time.
Hey, absolutely. You guys have a great day. Joel, stay safe up there doing some real work for the world. Appreciate it, buddy.
Thanks, Rob.
So,
good to see you, bud.
Left side silverback AG. We'll talk to you guys later.
See you, Rob.
You remember looking at Rob, he still does today. You ask him a question and he starts blinking his eyes, and it's like, I'm registering.
Computing it,
Computing what you're asking me.
Yeah.
Like,
well, just sitting at the training table, eating. I mean, we would take forever, right? I mean, we always did as an old
Buddha would.
Yeah, Buddha took forever to eat, man. What's
Dude,
wrong
you
with
used to scream at Buddha to make him eat his food.
Let's go! Hurry up! Come on, that's yogurt, dude. It's supposed to go down like water.
You screamed at him one time, literally these words: eat your food, get big. Like he was not eating enough food to get big enough, fast enough.
Oh, shoot. Oh, my God. But just sitting there and just shooting the crap, and then talking to Rob about, what's cancer, Rob? And then he'd go through it in layman terms, and then just like thinking to myself, this guy's gonna like cure cancer or something. Yeah. Super, off the charts, off the charts. Just kind of crawling along where the rail and iguanas is. We can talk about little memories there, but guys used to always look to start stuff with us. They'd always try to pick a fight with the biggest guy. And what was interesting was, as we got into our 5th year there, that stopped pretty much. I mean, I think that people will realize that, maybe it was respect, to a certain degree, but It was bizarre. I mean, there were guys in Omaha that would come into Lincoln. Like my second and third year, I remember particularly, there was a problem with coming into Lincoln, starting fights with Nebraska players. We're right outside of the rail, dude. Those long lines just cutting right to the front.
There it is.
The iguanas.
It's where I proposed to my wife.
Did you really?
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. You're a classy guy.
I remember hosting Scott Frost and his brother when they came to town. Yeah, we hosted Scott and Steve, his brother.
How cool was that?
That is awesome.
I didn't know that. Just, I remember the one guy we had, he came over to our apartment. Joel, you were there. He ended up bagging on us. He said something about, yeah, what's that ring on your finger? And it was a Big 8 championship, and we had lost that year to Florida State. And he said something to the effect of, you might as well have a ring with, you getting a beating. And at that point, I told the guy to leave. He was no longer welcome. He ended up, not coming to Nebraska, went to Cal. Years later, I'm an NFL PA rep. I'm over in Hawaii, and I'm sitting next to this guy. He's a Philadelphia Eagle. And he looks at me and he goes, you don't remember who I am. And I go, what? Remind me. He goes, you were my host at Nebraska and you kicked me out of your apartment. I said, well, you did all right, but damn you. You know what's weird about that season? We always, like for the West Virginia game, we got off to a rocky start. There was a drop ball here. And then as the games went on, we just willed ourselves on those teams. You guys remember that, right? You just remember kind of like wearing guys down. And we knew we had the horses behind us. They were going to make big plays. In that Texas Tech game, there was multiple 30-plus yard plays.
I grew up in Lubbock.
Yeah. You grew up in Lubbock?
For 12 years, yeah.
There's nothing there, dude.
Dude, I know.
It's bleak.
Nothing.
That Texas Tech game, I remember one of the things that they were doing. Do you remember this, Joel? They were throwing tortillas out on the field. They should have been throwing pancakes.
Are you
They should have been throwing pancakes, homie. Right? Talk about that, Joel. Talk about, how much of a contest it was. After every single game, what would we do? Hungover or not, we'd go back down to Milt Tenneper's office.
The dry erase board and see the pancake total.
That's right. And then if we thought it was off, we would sit there and watch it and go, hey, coach, come on now.
Yeah, you're gonna give Wilkes that cut block? Come on, man.
Yep. And that season,
all I gotta say is
you won the title.
4-2,
Still
baby.
kills me. You guys remember this? We'd come in and it would be like, man, somebody had 11 pancakes. Like, dang, and we were just battling like, we're better than that. I show up. I don't even remember the game. I go in and I'm looking at the board. And I knew. I was like, you guys, like, man. I'm like, there's no way. I was killing them. And I turn around. I'm like 17, and seeing that and like kind of the pride. Next week, Joel gets 19. I'm like, hey.
Remember Ron Brown talking about when we played, he'd always talk about the option game was like, it looked like the Civil War because there was a bunch of bodies on the ground. And that's what it was, man. Every chance we got, whether it was a true decleater, but anytime we got a guy on the ground, that made our game much better.
That picture you texted me last weekend, it's been 20 years since I've seen that photo.
Oh,
but there's a photo, Joel, that Brendan sent me, and this is what it. I'll tell you exactly what it is showing. This is my sophomore year. I got number 63 on. Brendan's in the picture. Wiegert's in the picture. Calvin Jones is in the picture. You can barely see Wiegert, but my guy, I've got him pinned on his back, and I'm trying to choke him. My hands are in his face mask. Brendan's guy is knocked down, and Brendan is laying there looking at Calvin. Wiegert is standing next to his guy, and he's already talking smack because the guy's on the ground, and Calvin Jones is running to the end zone. So the picture of all three of us, all three of our guys are on the ground, destroyed, and Calvin's just running straight for a touchdown.
That's sweet. I got to see that one.
But that toughness, for me, is what I carried into the next level. And it's something that I think for us as a whole, as a pipeline, that's what separated us. And that's what I was so proud of when we walked away from Nebraska, was the guys behind us who carried that on. And they need to get back to that here now. We need to get the toughness we got to dominate up front. It's been awesome, always awesome going down memory lane, and you know, we're back at where it all started out here in front of Memorial Stadium. Wish you were here, Buddha.
Me too, fellas.
Get back to normal. Definitely see you soon for sure. Lifelong friends, man.
Thanks, man.
Pipeline
Love
forever.
you guys.
Yep, love you too, buddy.
Love you, bud. All right, we're gonna head on in. We're gonna be socially responsible. Get these masks on. Nothing like being a Husker.
Love it.
Husker for
Forever.
life. Till next time.